Hey y'all, hey, happy Tuesday. Yay. Thank you all so much for being here for another episode. Actually, it's the 10th episode, live episode of Cleaning Life with Kids. So I'm excited to be in the double digits. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're tuning in live, thank you for catching the replay. When you catch the replay, I sure do appreciate, even taking 30 minutes out of your time to just hear what I got to say. I surely um, and most absolutely appreciate it. So my name is Kia Smith, and I am the owner of a business here in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area called Help Now. So what we do at Help Now is we do a lot of things at Help Now, a lot of great things at Help Now. We do cleaning, decluttering, organizing, basically like home management, just stuff that we do every day, like necessities in our home that we need every day, and we need help. So I am here on this platform. I'm using my brand as a platform to just kind of spread awareness, to offer tips, um, and give y'all what y'all need. Like if y'all are into that, like it's extremely important for me to just keep my home functioning in a certain way. And a lot of us we struggle with that. I have four boys, ages 11, 14, 15, and 17. So I got a lot to go through. I've seen a lot, going through a lot. So I just figured like we can just all hang in there together and share some things. It'll just make things a lot better. So, like I said, this is the 10th episode. Please feel free to go back and catch all of the episodes. Basically, I'm just here to offer tips. We do a lot of stuff here, kind of mix it up from time to time. So go back and, watch all that and tell me what you think. So, what we're going to talk about today um, is back to school, or actually before back to school. And forgive me, it's like 103 degrees here today. And I'm actually in this garage, and I didn't think about the air situation before I came back here and set up, and I am hot, but it's okay. So, again, before back to school, um, like back to school is here. The time is winding down on us parents, and school is right around the corner again. So I wanted to give you all some tips to help get your home like back to school ready. Um, I just feel like your home is just a functioning um, machine. Like your home is like a functioning machine. Like certain things just have to take place in order for it to be a progressive flow. And sometimes we struggle in those areas and we need help. And back to school is definitely, or maybe it's just me. I'll tell me what you think. Like, like I hate when it's time for back to school. Like I don't mind the kids being at home during the summer. I love when they're here. Other than them eating up everything in the house, um, I don't mind them being home. Um, it was getting ready to go for them to go back to school that always caused this slight anxiety. And what it is basically is that transition from summer um, to back to school. And now it's easy to transition from school when they're in school into summer, but it's harder to transition from summer back to school. Um, So I just want to share some tips over some things that I have just learned over the years that have worked. They still work. Um, that that will work for you as well. Um, Now, for me, with the boys, they have like a all year round routine. So like I would suggest that, like I said, I'm here to just offer tips. I'm not telling you how to run your home or anything like that. I'm not judging or anything like that. I'm just, from my perspective, what was best for me was to get the kids involved in the all year round routine so far as like laundry, uh, cleaning up the kitchen, trash, like certain things are already they're already in place. And those responsibilities they carry out throughout the summer. So it don't stop. Now, there are things that come with summer, like they up till 3:45 in the morning doing whatever it is that they do at 3:45 in the morning, playing video games, laughing, talking, like, summer is just it's different. And I get it, I guess I get it because I don't know. We grew up at a different time when I was growing up. It wasn't any stand up that even that late. So even with my boys, even if they stay up that late, they have a routine. They know they got to get up. They know laundry has to move a certain way, dishes, and I just feel like that's just good overall. But it is especially beneficial when um, it's especially beneficial when school is about to start back in session because then you don't have to try to figure out like how to get back on track when you're already on track. Um, but typically, most people during the summer, kids, adults, and all, um, what they all have in common is they don't care. Like I said, they're sleeping late. Um, they get up when they want to. They go to bed when they want to. Kitchen looking crazy. Closets and drawers look a mess. They've outgrown a lot of their clothes. So it's just a lot to be going on. So I'm here to help. I'm here to help. So thank you for investing 30 minutes with me. But I promise there are like really good tips that really will help. And if you want to grab a pen and paper or just watch it again, like these are like some really good tips and they have helped and they continue to help me as I'm working two jobs, well, working a job, running a business, four children, like I'm busy, busy. So when I tell you these things help, they truly help. So let me just get into it because these 30 minutes, they could be going by so fast. The first tip is to declutter and organize their closets and their drawers. Um, First of all, like I don't know what it is about summer, but everybody grows. Um, so they've outgrown a lot of the clothes. Like even for me, the kids were visiting my mom a little while back, and while they were gone, I did like Eli's laundry, catch him up. He's so bad, horrible with his laundry. But so I wanted to catch him up and get it done so it'll be a fresh start when he get back so he wouldn't have any excuses. Um, but when I washed and did all his laundry, I noticed that he had a lot of stuff that he couldn't wear anymore. So it's just good to go through their closets and go through their drawers and take out, all the things that they can't wear anymore. And I know that like a lot of people they don't like doing that. It's time consuming. It's just just one of those things. A lot of this stuff is really stuff that people don't want to do. So I try to tell people to find intention and find purpose in it when they're doing it. The great thing about going through drawers and closets, this is my mindset when I go to clients. They're looking at it like, oh my gosh, they're pulling stuff out of their kids' drawers. Like, you didn't even wear this shirt. It still had tags on it. You didn't wear this shirt but one time. These jeans, yeah, like you have all these things, and they're like frustrated. But like I said, I just be looking at things different. My perspective and perception of things are just different. I'm like, these kids are blessed. That's what I'm thinking. Like as they're doing all this, I'm like, man, these kids are really blessed. They have a surplus of clothes. Um, they have they have a surplus of clothes that they didn't even wear. They didn't even get a chance to wear. They outgrew it. It stayed in the drawer or the closet so long they outgrew it. stuff with tags on it. Um, and I think for me as a parent, even when I'm doing that task of going through their clothes and getting rid of things, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm able to clothe my kids. I'm grateful that I was able to clothe them and keep them clothed throughout the school year. They were able to wear clothing that could accommodate them when it was cold. They had clothing to accommodate them when it was warm. They had what they needed. So even in that moment, I'm just so grateful and I'm so blessed. And then my heart goes out to other people. So as I'm gathering their things, it's with an intention to bless somebody else. Um, because there's so many people, so many kids who don't have, and their little used jeans and not even used. Like I said, a lot of stuff have the tags on it. Like I am a witness. I've done it. Like they've had stuff and outgrew it. You have stuff and it get caught up in the closet or a drawer and you forget about it. They forget about it because they don't know. Unless it's something they really, really, really want to wear, and you pull it out and it has a tag on it. And to take that and to just throw it away, I'm like, ugh, I cringe. Um, Even if it doesn't have a tag on it, but more so if it's brand new, because there are so many other people that could benefit from that. So do it with a grateful heart. When you're doing any of this stuff, do it with a grateful heart, knowing that there's intent when you're doing it. There's always a reason, and that's in good intentions, when you're doing it. So bless somebody else. Your children were blessed to have all these clothes. You were blessed, to be able to provide it for them. So, um, instead of griping about what they didn't wear, yada, 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 not only were your kids blessed to have, even though they didn't use it, bless somebody, and a lot of stuff they did use, bless somebody else. Um, so when you're doing it, don't just think, so don't be ungrateful. That's the first thing. Always be grateful. Um, and another tip to kind of supersede that tip, um, and don't overwhelm yourself with that task. A lot of people are like, okay, we gotta go in here, we gotta do this, we gotta do that in this room, I gotta pull all this stuff. They see the drawers, and I mean those drawers be so stuffed you can barely close them. And I know because I've been there. I dealt and was dealing with the same thing. Like I said, even with Elon's drawers, it's just they get in there and they don't fold the stuff right. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff in there they can't even wear, and they get all stuffed. And it's crazy when you're looking at it from this really wide perspective, like, oh my gosh, I got this whole closet and all these drawers, and you're looking at it. I tell people to zoom in. I tell my clients, I need y'all to zoom in, zoom in. And when I say that, that means you have to pick that situation apart. Take one drawer at a time. Don't go in there and start pulling everything out of every single drawer. You're going to overwhelm yourself unless you're a professional like myself that doesn't get overwhelmed. And even for me, I don't even do that because that's too much. Even though I can pull everything out at one time and get the job done, I prefer not to, because looking at all that stuff at one time, it is overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. It's overwhelming if you don't know exactly what it is that you're doing. So just take one drawer at a time. One drawer, it's not a lot. Just pull all the stuff out. Take out what you don't need. Fold up the other stuff or hang it up if you want it to go on a hanger, depending on what it is. I don't know. It's your preference. Um, have a bag for the stuff you're gonna donate. Put it aside. Fold up the other clothes, put it back in the drawer, or you can leave it out. If you want to take everything that's folded and rearrange it in different drawers, you can do that. And then guess what? Just move to the next drawer. Finish one drawer, just work on one drawer. Think about one drawer, just one drawer, one drawer. And then move to the next. Same thing with the closet. Don't go in there and just start taking everything down. You can start from the top, take stuff down, everything that's on that top level. If it's a shelf or something up there, take that down, work on that first. Go through that, figure that out. Put the stuff that you want to go back up on the shelf, back on the shelf. Take a section of clothing, just one section at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself, because I promise you, if that is not something that you do or like to do or know how to do, you will get overwhelmed and you will shove that stuff right back in those drawers and right back in those closets. Trust. Um, Tip number 2. Um, declutter and organize your pantry. So kids have been rummaging in those pantries all summer long, so you know it's a mess. Um, and you might as well get that in order now before school starts, and you get back into the full swing of things like with cooking, packing lunches, and like after school snacks. Um, just organize it. It makes things better. Check for expired. Um, throw away those stale chips and half open cookie packages, and throw away all the stuff that don't nobody eat. Sometimes we get snacks for kids, and sometimes we be trying stuff out, want to buy them stuff. Maybe try to get them on a little health kick, eat them, get them to eat a little bit healthier or something. They don't be studying that mess. It just be in there. Give it to somebody or get rid of it. It's just taking up space, and you just have to be okay with you wasted a little money. It happens. Um, you also want to organize it in a way that's accessible and that's functional for everybody that goes in there. They need to know where everything goes, where it's supposed to go. Make them accountable for putting stuff back. Like when you reorganize like your pantry and stuff like that, like you should it should make sense. So um, just have a space that's easy to follow for them. My pantry is easy to follow. So it's like if they go in there and put anything, like I know, and I'm gonna go find whoever did it, who was in the pantry last, who did it. I need to know. And at some point they get so sick of hearing you, they'll just do it on their own. They would just do the right thing versus hearing your mouth. Well, at least that's how my kids think, but it worked. So I'm good with it. Um, and you can also delegate that task. Like everybody needs to be accountable whenever you go in there to make sure things are right. But then you can also get one of your kids to be like a backup person, to go in there maybe like once a week and just make sure that it's organized. You got to go in there and straighten a little bit because I'm telling you, once school get to rocking and rolling, they grabbing stuff out the pantry before they go to school. They're grabbing stuff after school. You're cooking and got a lot of stuff going on, and it gets crazy. It helps you on your shopping list because you're not making duplicate purchases. You can kind of keep inventory with the kids are eating what they like, what they don't like. But when stuff is just kind of all in there jumbled up, it's a mess. So tip 3, catch up on that laundry. um So summertime laundry can get crazy. It does most of the time. It's because school is out, everybody in and out, coming and going. You get swimming, you got sports, you're traveling, all of that, and because, well, for the adults, we're still working, but the kids, the wardrobe is different too. They playing outside a lot more. It's just different. Um, and then for a lot of people, it's like catch up on the line. I mean, because people let their laundry get out of hand most of the time. Everybody be talking about laundry, 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 laundry. So it's just a good time right before school to, catch up on your laundry, get your laundry together. Um, and it's like nobody nobody is really messed up about like all the clothes that are piling up. Um, I'm looking at a load right now. Yes, everybody be dealing with that laundry. Um, but everybody has like nobody's thinking about the piles of clothes that have been built up. I mean, at all, whether they're dirty and need to be washed, or whether they're clean and needed to be folded up, hung up, and put up. Like there's a pile of laundry somewhere, whether they're clean, whether it's dirty, it's somewhere. So either way you go, you got laundry. Um, but once you get like all of your clothes washed, like people have like I've seen people have like massive loads of clothes that need to be washed. So if you want to take your time, you can take your time in the house, or you can go to a laundromat and get your clothes knocked out, just in one swoop. It's your choice. It just depends. But once you get your clothes like washed, all those clothes washed and sorted, that's also a good time for you um to get rid of clothes um that you don't need anymore, that they can't wear, because sometimes a lot literally it'd be so much laundry, like it'd be clothes in there that have been in there so long the kids have outgrown the laundry. So that poses a problem. So once you get everything washed, just go through it again, take out everything, just like you did with your closets and drawers, and you'll have space to put your other clothes that you just washed into those drawers that you've already decluttered and organized. Boom, it's already done. Oh, and in addition to the clothes, I wanted to make mention to like get your towels and like bed linen and all that stuff, get it washed up as well. Just try to take care of as much as you can with that laundry before school starts. And that is going to save so much time before the school year starts trying to rush and get all that stuff handled. Um, Tip 4, vacuum seal all of your off-season clothes. Um, Also seal up your excess like sheets, blankets, comforters, and pillows. And that'll also free up a lot of space. All those bulky comforters and pillows and stuff that you may not need. Um, Save up the space, get rid of them. Tip 5, get your bathroom. Well, not yours. I mean, you can get yours, but this is back to school for the kids. So I'm talking about the kids. Get their bathrooms in order. Like this room really gets hit hard. Everybody's bathroom get hit hard. Um, you need to get everything clean and you need to get it functional. Any drawers, closets, and the countertop space, just handle that, before school starts. And it's not that it means that they're not gonna mess it up because duh, it's a bathroom. But I'm just saying get it into some type of functional order, before they start in and out. They're in there every morning. And if you got multiple kids like mine, they have their own bathroom, but it's just they all got to go in there and brush your teeth. They all got to go in there. So everything needs to be, so where they're not causing chaos in there. Tip 6, do a really good deep cleaning on their room and rearrange their room as well. Give it a fresh start and give it a fresh feel. Throw away torn books, broken toys, anything that isn't serving a purpose in their room, get rid of it. Like every time I go in my boys' room, like, cause I try to let them be them. I don't be on them like, give your rooms. I'm not like that. Like we just have to do things a certain way, but I let them be kids and, stuff like that. But I'm telling you, like summertime, it's just different. Like you need a revamping. You need a revamping from summer. Like I cringe. I go in there. Like I said, I need to take heed to this too. Like I gotta go in there and I don't. Ugh. That room, it feels lazy. Like when you walk in there, the energy, you walk into a room, it has lazy energy in it. Just lazy. It feels like video games in summer and bullshit. That's what it feels like. So I need to go in there and deep clean where we need to go in there. And do you have a place where we can find weekly tips posted? Do you have a place where we can find weekly tips posted? No, I don't have a place where you can find weekly tips posted, but that's a good idea. And I think I'll start doing that if you all want to uh, get more tips. Um, but yeah, I'm in the room yesterday. It's like, why all these empty water bottles and wrappers and stuff, chips, and you ain't supposed to be eating in here. So yeah, just do yourself like, and it'll make them feel better too. Um, Tip 7, get on Amazon, go to Dollar Tree, or repurpose things in your home to accommodate organization and structure. You don't have to always go on Amazon. People budgets are different, so you got to do what you got to do. That's why I say Amazon, Dollar Tree, or even repurpose the stuff you already got in your house. Trust me, everything has a designated place. It should have a designated place in your home. Literally, there's no reason why stuff should be everywhere. There should be a place for everything. There's order and there's chaos, and you have to choose. So you go to these places, they have all kind of um, things to help you organize um, your closets, your countertop, under your sinks, like all that stuff. They have everything. Um, Tip 8, designate a specific spot for sports gear and apparel. That stuff be everywhere. So I had one son, he's done track, he's done football, basketball. I think they've all done basketball. 4 kids, all these different sports, and it'd be stuff everywhere: helmets, jerseys, shoes, mouth guards, everything, everywhere, all the time. So at least with their gear, their clothing, it need to be like a designated spot, even if it's just a storage container, because that stuff be everywhere, under the bed, upside the wall. It'd be everywhere. So just find a designated spot. It will help a lot. Um, Tip 9, get your chore schedules together. Um, and laid out if you don't already have one. So the kids, they have my boys, they have a schedule. They like mentally know what it is that they need to do at this point. But when I feel like they trying to lose their way, I'll write another one out. But it's just something to hold them accountable. Do it now so they can just get into the transition of doing this for the rest of the school year. Just you know what I'm saying? Um, because if you don't set the tone, they ain't gonna be like, well, mom, I really think we need a chore list. I really think we need to help out and pull our load. They're not gonna come and say that. So get the chore list out. Help yourself. Um, and tip 10, um, hire a professional. Like if you don't want to do none of this stuff and you just want somebody to come in and kind of get you started, and like there are people out there that do that type of stuff, that does that type of stuff. We do that type of stuff. Um, if you got the money to do it, you don't have the time, you don't want to do it, whatever the case may be, there are people, honestly, that's what we do. Um, so it's almost that time. I nailed it just right too. So lastly, just a few little odds and ends. It's really not like a whole section of a tip. Just little tips of tips that I wanted to share with you before I got off of here. So, first thing is get some vacuum seal bags. Those things are amazing. When I'm doing declutter on closets for my clients and stuff like that's the first thing. Vacuum seal bags. They already know. Like those things are so good. They free up so much space, and when you're ready to open the package back up, everything just fluffs back out. You can throw a dry sheet in there with it and keep your stuff fresh. Like get you some vacuum seal bags. You should just have those on hand anyway. Um, a shoe rack is good. Kids be having shoes everywhere, and then I have all boys, so then they be having like and then people like shoes, multiple pairs of shoes in the house. So you need to find a space other than everywhere. They be by the front door, under the bed, a pair in the kitchen, in the laundry room. Just have a specific designated spot for your shoes. Really shouldn't be walking through your house with shoes anyway, because everything that you were walking on outside is now inside. Um, Also, storage containers. Get you some storage containers. Like I said, you can put their um, sports gear and all that stuff in those containers. Um, when you suction everything down with your vacuum seal bags, you can stuff them in storage containers. Like they're very useful and purposeful. I love those as well. Let's see. Uh, oh, like I said, go on Amazon, get you some space organizers for your pantries and your closets and under the sink, like even in your kids' bathroom sink. You got multiple kids. You may have to, instead of you can't keep all that stuff on the counter. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be a hot mess, and it's gonna be hard to keep it clean and organized and maintained. Just think when it's time to clean it, you got to move all that stuff. Like it's ways. Like just type in anything, just organization for your bathroom. Just everything pops up, but it's a good investment. Um, and they're just great because even if you're like tight on space in your home, like it offers space, um, for your home. And then I guess lastly, like for the adults, for sure, is prepare yourself to help yourself. I'm noticing like people don't want to do all these tips. It's a lot. You go to work, you have this going on, you have that going on, but eliminate the distractions, the TV, the social media, the gossip. Um, it's like how can you function and how can you focus on these things? And then as you get stressed out, then when it's time for school to start, you're stressed out, but you like wasted your time doing other things that didn't serve a purpose in your life. And you can do all those things because like everybody like to get in like BS watch stuff, Netflix or whatever, be on your phone. That's fine. Like I do too. But I have to make sure that my business is handled because if I do these things, especially with these 10 tips, if you can do those 10 tips, I promise you it will send you smooth sailing into the new school year and you won't feel anxious and you won't feel frustrated. And then you can focus on other things like mentally getting your kids prepared to go back to school instead of being frustrated about the dynamics of how the home should function because it was a whole meltdown during summer and it was something that you could control. That's something, it's a controlling factor. And these tips will definitely help you get you back on your way. And my time is up tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed being here. Like I love sharing these tips that I can relate to. Like I said, 4 boys. Huh. And my oldest is a senior this year, so it's been plenty years. I've learned a lot. So I'm happy that you stood around, stuck around, and you hung out and you listened to what I had to say. I appreciate it, and I hope it helps. And I will see you um, next time for episode 11. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much.